Everything we think we know about the universe might be a massive, profound lie. Our clocks, our dates, and our entire history are based on a speed that doesn't exist anywhere else in the cosmos. What we call 13.8 billion years is, in reality, merely a human calculation, based solely on the rotation and gravity of our Earth. What if I told you that the true age of the universe, from another perspective, is just 144 hours, or exactly 6 days? This isn't a plot from a science fiction movie. It is the reality of Albert Einstein's theory of relativity, a truth so complex that even the world's greatest scientists struggle to fully grasp it. On Earth, we use atomic clocks that measure the vibrations of cesium atoms with such precision that they don't lose a second in billions of years. However, physics tells us that time is not a universal constant. It is not a single truth that applies to everyone equally. This means there is no common clock for the entire universe that can claim it is the same time everywhere at once. If you travel close to the speed of light, time stretches for you, a phenomenon known as time dilation. We speak of 13.8 billion years only because we live in a low-gravity, slow-speed zone. Imagine if we were in a galaxy racing through space, much faster than our Milky Way. There, a clock would tick much slower than ours, and their history might not have even begun from our perspective. According to physics, time is not a flowing river, but a block where the past, present, and future all exist simultaneously. We are merely perceiving a small slice of that block, one after another, and we mistake this for the passage of time. Our entire history, the reign of dinosaurs, the rise of human civilizations, great wars, and modern technology, only feels long because we chose a scale of measurement that only works on Earth. If we stood at an extreme point in the universe, this entire 13.8 billion year record would transform in an instant, and Earth's entire timeline would shrink into a tiny moment. The cosmic microwave background radiation we observe appears ancient to us, but to a high-speed observer, it is a fresh event happening right before their eyes. Consider a photon, a particle of light born at the moment of the Big Bang. For that photon, not a single second has passed. For it, the Big Bang and you watching this video are happening within the same microsecond. This fact alone is enough to shatter our reality. Time is merely a mental deception, felt only so that we can survive in this scattered universe. We are living in a cosmic illusion, believing we are ancient when the truth is that on a cosmic scale, our existence hasn't even truly begun yet. Now, let's talk about the most terrifying and mysterious time warpers in the universe, black holes. A supermassive black hole is not just a dead star. It is an infinite rip in the fabric of space-time that bends time and alters its very speed. Einstein's general relativity tells us that where energy density and gravity are at their peak, the flow of time slows down so drastically that it almost comes to a standstill, making you appear frozen to the outside world. Imagine you are in a spaceship, orbiting just outside the event horizon of a massive black hole, like Gargantua, where gravity's grip is strongest. There, gravity is so intense that it stretches the fabric of time like an elastic band, making every moment you spend there equal to thousands of years on Earth. If an observer stays near that black hole for just 6 days, their physical reality would be exactly 144 hours. But the mind-bending part happens when that observer looks back at the rest of the universe through a telescope. They would see the entire 13.8 billion year history of the universe playing out like a super fast-forward movie. They would watch as hydrogen clouds form, the first galaxies take shape, and stars like our sun are born and die in explosions millions of years later, all happening before their eyes in just a few hours. This is not a camera trick. For that observer, the true age of the universe is only 6 days, because the laws of physics have shifted for them. Because time has slowed down so much there, the rest of the universe is racing into the future at the speed of light. Both observers are 100% correct, because in physics, there is no such thing as absolute standard time. This means if you were born near a black hole, Your history books would say the universe began last week and might end by next week. Even more shocking, if you moved closer to the event horizon, you would see the entire galaxy turn to ash in seconds, as if you were witnessing the end of time itself. In the time it takes you to draw a single breath, billions of people would be born and die outside, and entire civilizations would crumble. Yet for you, only a moment would have passed. You would be standing outside the time that the rest of the world calls life, and the gap between birth and death would vanish forever. We have now reached the point where the human mind fails, and all equations of science break down: the singularity. At the very center of a black hole lies a place where volume is zero and density is infinite, where mass is so concentrated that it literally tears space apart. Here, gravity becomes so overwhelming that it completely kills the speed of time. Time stops and stands still forever. At the singularity, space and time merge into one, a state known as space-time swapping, where a path and a moment become the same thing. Upon reaching this point, time loses all meaning because there is no sequence or order left to distinguish before from after, or yesterday from today. The singularity exists entirely outside the flow of time. It is a state of infinite stillness, where 13.8 billion years and a microsecond are indistinguishable. From the perspective of the singularity, the Big Bang and the final moment of the universe, the Big Crunch, are happening in the same place at the same time. Sitting there, you could witness the universe explode and turn to ash in the very same second. There was no yesterday, and there is no tomorrow. There is only an eternal now that never ends. It is terrifying to realize that what we perceive as a vast amount of time is actually just a cosmic flash that began and ended in an instant. The singularity teaches us that time is merely a mental tool our brains use to make sense of a complex reality. But in the depths of the universe, time may not exist at all. We are part of an infinite loop where the beginning and the end are locked in the same spot. The truth is, time in the universe is only a perspective. Where you stand and how fast you move determines how old your universe is. The singularity is the ultimate truth, where every question ends and only an eternal moment remains. A moment where the entire universe was just born and has already vanished. Are we just shadows of a single moment, foolishly trying to understand billions of years of history, when in reality we exist in this second and will vanish in the next? The entire game is just one moment which our minds stretch out to call life, and we spend our entire existence living within that deception.